Okay, let's take a look at this word problem. Jaden is on a game show. He has 25.5 points. He gets a question incorrect and loses 30 and 3/10 points. He then answers a question incorrectly and gains 10 and 2/10 points. What is his current score? I'm going to write this out as an expression to just kind of keep track of what's going on. So he has 25.5 points. He gets a question incorrect, which would be subtraction or like adding a negative amount. So I'm just going to represent it as subtraction for now. He loses 30.3 points and then answers a question correctly, which would be a positive, and gains, there's another keyword, gains 10.2 points. What is his current score? Okay, so I just have to simplify this expression to figure out his current score. Let's go in order, okay, left to right, like order of operations tells us, and do one thing at a time. All right, so I'm going to rewrite this as adding the inverse or adding the opposite. And if I'm comparing these two amounts, I know the 30.3 is more. So I know I have, or he has more negatives at this point because he's lost more points than he has. So I just want to find the difference between these to see what his balance is. So I'm going to subtract them. Okay, looks like we're going to have to trade out some pieces. So I don't have enough tenths. So go over to the ones. Oh, don't have any ones there. So I'm going to trade out a 10 and put it there in the ones. So now I have enough there, but then, I need to regroup some things. So I have enough tenths. So I'm going to trade out one of the ones, chop it into tiny pieces, and add to the tenths. So now I have 13 tenths. So here we go. 13 take away 5 is 8. And then 9 ones take away 5 ones is 4. And then I have no more tens. So 4 and 8 tenths. That makes sense. And I know it is negative, right? Because the 30.3 number was larger. And then now I have negative 4.8, and I have to add it to the last piece of this. So now I have negative 4.8, and then I'm just adding his gain of 10.2 points, and I'm going to do the same process because they have different signs. I know my answer, his points, is going to end up positive, which is great because the 10.2 is larger than the 4.8. But again, I want to find the balance or the difference because when we talk about these zero pairs and these amounts that cancel each other, we want to know what's left over. So here we go. So that 9, and add it there. 12 take away 8 is 4. And then 9 take away 4 is 5. And it's going to be positive. So his balance in this video game is 5 and 4/10 points. Okay, let's take a look at Joanna. Joanna has $25 in her bank account and she spends $13.50. So starts off $25. She spends $13.50. So it's taking away or adding a negative. On a pair of sandals, she then deposits, that's a positive, deposits $10 into her account. What is her current account balance? Let's do this one thing at a time to see what happens. All right. $25. Take away $13.50. Now, some of you might be able to kind of do this in your head, which is great. So you can kind of find that difference. And let's see, the tens, I have to go over here. I'm gonna trade one out, put it here. Okay, $11.50 is where she's at. It makes sense because 11.50, 13.50 make 25. And then now I'll just add the $10 because she's at positive. And I can kind of do this in my head. So she would be at $21.50 if we added 10, which is great. She's in the positive amount. She did not spend more than she had. So that's terrific.